Make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto.
Crypto EO, we're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but they're going to make a lot of money for the country.
Thank you, sir.
And so is David. You have to check him out. There's nobody like this guy. They said, how did you get David Sachs? How did you do that? And he's doing it for the country more than anything else. So we appreciate it, David. Thank you.
You mentioned crypto earlier. I think it's impossible to have a great conversation with Larry. We were talking about crypto. What you did with your ETF is incredible, truly incredible. And I actually believe crypto is a currency of AI. We spoke about earlier how soon enough all of us will have multiple agents, AI agents working for us. They're going to inform us, they're going to support us, they're going to make transactions on our behalf. So worldwide, there will be explosion of financial transactions 24/7. The traditional banks, the SWIFT system cannot support that. So crypto will play a bigger and bigger role in the age of AI.
But at the same time, we're going to digitize currencies very rapidly. I believe we're going to be in the cutting edge of tokenizing bonds and stocks.
It's coming.
And we have the technology now. The fact that we are now moving forward in tokenization, every bond and stock, is crazy. Yeah. We should be moving towards that frontier. Obviously, there's winners and losers and all that, but we need to be prepared for the tokenization. And it would democratize more finance if we tokenized bonds and stocks.
The energy comes down, that's going to knock out a lot of the inflation. That's going to automatically bring the interest rates down.
Are you worried that there's too much?
You said that you would demand.
Are you worried that there's too much going on at once if you're trying to bring interest rates down, get the economy back going?
No, it just works that way. I mean, it's just economically works that way. When the oil comes down, it'll bring down prices. Then you won't have inflation, and then the interest rates will come down.
You said that you would demand that the interest rates come down.
Well, I would. I would put in a strong statement.
Do you expect the Fed to listen to you?
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to Powell about this and bringing the rates down?
At the right time, I would.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe
This technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. We have stocks slightly down. And don't forget, guys, we have options today. And yesterday was a wild ride. We have Donald Trump signs an executive order to push crypto forward, but doesn't mention the Bitcoin reserve. And we know that's all about the Fed. We know Trump works for the banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, next week we know it's going to be a roller coaster ride because we have Jerome in the house, plus we have futures contracts ending. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates pushed down right now, but as we know, guys, they're going to continue to move up, and we know the BOJ finally made a move, the highest in 17 years, and I'm going to go over that. Right now, we have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 132 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week. And with the Trump executive order, it prohibits CBDCs. But, guys, we know CBDCs are nothing but digital dollars. And the people are never going to know they're using a CBDC anyway. And then plus with that smart contract, they can tell you what, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend them or poof, it's gone. And we finally have Japan raising rates. And we received no news in the media. Had Jim Cramer touch on it for a second and Bloomberg touch on it for a few minutes. Had to go to the Asian media to touch on the subject. And don't forget, Japan is the largest holder of U.S. debt. And we had Japan take a hit for the global economy. Don't forget, they brought the Japan leaders to San Francisco to plan out the fourth industrial revolution. And this is why. And we see the emerging markets leading the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we had Ping and Larry Fink. And Ping was letting all the information out. I went over this last night, where the AI agents will use crypto, and they're going to be making payments for you. And Larry had to cut them off. And I know when I first told you this, when I first started my channel, you definitely couldn't believe it. But when you know the agenda, you don't fall for the devil's tricks. But that's the reason why the NWO spends so much money to keep the sheep asleep. You don't have all this entertainment for no reason. Don't forget, in Babylon, you had the free bread and circus. Look at all the circuses that go on now. And during the C word, they tested every sector of the economy. Now, the only thing they need is that crisis to bring in all this technology. Like Larry Fink stated, all this technology is ready, but what he left out is that they need that crisis in order to bring it in. But for right now, they're going to keep the sheep distracted, so then therefore they can build, because they want to build out this whole fourth industrial revolution before they airdrop that free money to the people. Remember, they did this test during the C word, giving people free money to sit at home, but this time they'll be busy with the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, sitting at home, traveling from the couch, eating 3D food. Yes, it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. And we have U.S. spot ETFs recorded over 3.6 billion of inflows over the past 6 days. And we know anytime you're getting the inflows, you're going to get the outflows. And like I stated, next week is going to be a roller coaster ride. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the SEC scraps the SAB 121 as Gary Gensler is out. And we know if the banks held crypto, they had to put crypto as a liability on their balance sheet. So of course the bank stayed away, but we know we're going to be getting regulation on these stable coins. The really only thing they're really focused on are these stable coins because they're nothing but digital dollars. And like I stated with that smart contract, money is now programmable. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have MicroStrategy announces a full redemption of 1 billion convertible senior notes due 2027, set for February 24th, 2025. And if we get 2 or 3 years inside of a bear market, MicroStrategy is definitely going to be in trouble. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Proppy is launching a real estate loan product that allows Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral. And we're going to start seeing a lot of different loan products for these digital assets. And lastly, guys, the movie continues. We have Senator Elizabeth Warren asked the U.S. financial regulators and the Government Ethics Office to probe the ethical and legal concerns around the Trump crypto coin. And we already knew this was coming. Now that Gary Gensler is out, only thing they're going to do is point the finger and say, I told you so. We need some regulation in here. And of course, the Fed takes over the whole space, even though they're already controlling it behind the scene. But crypto is definitely going to have a black swan event. But for right now, it's a lot of money to be made. And that's the reason why we have the pastor coming on in. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.